Welcome to Death Stranding 2's On the Beach. Early start guide here. We have some locations and amazing items to start off the game right off rip. There's not going to be any spoilers in this, of course. It's going to be strictly story, but you're going to be able to find locations to get the top tier items. First things first, before I even talk about anything, playing through the story is going to unlock a decent amount of these things, but it's not going to unlock the top tier stuff that you have to do a little bit separate, and we're going to get into it. So to start off, you can get a vehicle, which you're going to watch in this footage in the background, where I was on my way in the first 2 hours of the game playing through a camp, and I just stole an enemy's vehicle and pretty much used it as much as possible. In the long run, right after that, you're going to end up bumping into a character who's going to allow you to fabricate them, and that's going to be the best of the best in the overall experience. So you'll be fine once you get to that specific point. Now, secondly, I want to talk about what is the main goal here. This is an open world game, and there's a lot of lost items. If you don't know what the lost items, and it's your first time playing Death Stranding, basically there's items in the world where it could be actual human players, or the NPCs in the game have items throughout the world that you can find. If you find the NPC items, you start building better bonds with them, which allows you to get more stars. The stars in this game is pretty much the star of the show, and it's how you unlock all the very cool items that I'm going to be showcasing and giving you guys a rundown for. So keep looking for those items is the number one tip before we start giving you exact locations and all of that good stuff. And so I'm going to fast forward this footage and showcase my vehicle that I took from this very base. And now we have a vehicle, and that was literally in the first 2 hours of the game. And I started utilizing this vehicle from the enemies and making use of it. But let's get into the meat of things. So as you can see here, this is the star system, and this comes from you delivering lost or doing missions for them specifically. Sometimes they have something specific, or sometimes you could just find fish samples and give them to this scientist who's trying to advance. So these are the kind of things that you can do that are very important to the game as far as your progression. Now, the first area you have to go to play the story. So like I said, you're going to be in here a whole lot, and you're going to get a bunch of items. It's called C1. And each of these items will say C1 South, C1 North, and things like that. So keep that in mind. You can see it says C1 right here in the map, and that's what you're going to be looking for. And this gentleman will take you through some story stuff. But if you do side quests and find his lost items, you can unlock this weapon right here, which to me is my personal favorite. It's kind of like a submachine gun, rapid fire pistol, where you can get it when you get to 3 stars. It has a silencer on it, so you can use it for stealthing. So I absolutely think this would be a speed runner or a stealth player like me's dream. So try this out and get to level 3 pretty easy. You're going to do some of that through the story and you'll be good. And you can see on the top right, I got to level 3. What does that mean? That gives me the amazing weapon called the SL machine pistol. Then right after that, we get into another weapon from him, just again in another star. As you can see, we can get 4 stars with him. What does that do? That gives us the big bore handgun. This is more like a revolver slash cannon. You're going to penetrate armor with this. This is going to be good for the end game. It's a super official, strong weapon. Again, from the very same guy. You're capable of getting that and going forward. So make sure you do and stay locked in, because it is a pretty straightforward, simple system for you to upgrade and get going as you play. Now, the next character is right here in this location, and he's top tier in my opinion, one of the best as well, with just some fundamental things that you might need. One of the biggest ones in this game is all about traversal, and it is a game about traveling. It's not just a shoot 'em up. And so these boots right here, tracking, looking really good. You can get them from him, and they're going to just help you stay from slipping and being able to go down slopes and stay steady throughout the game. So make sure you pick that up. And then you can also pick up the sticky. This used to be a weapon from previous games. This sticky right here, again, another one that you can get. Look at this, level 2. And the higher you go up, the better it is. You're going to unlock new items from these characters. Now we're going to go down south. As I said, C1 South. It's not too far from all the other places, but you see C1 South, this gentleman right here has the goods. And this is the stuff that you really want to get into and lock in for, because he has the blood grenades. You can see right here, these blood grenades are used on the enemies, but don't sleep on this, because you can throw this and then use regular bullets to do some crazy good damage and get some work done. You have to get to 4 stars, and again, this is all about doing side missions, some main missions, and you'll be able to unlock this weapon and have it as a tool for your setup and your run as you go forward. Now we're going to talk about another gentleman that I absolutely love, and this is over here in the geophysics lab, the one and the only. This gentleman, after 2, you can get yourself that vehicle. As I talked about, it's an important tool. But what I want to really talk about is the lightweight assault rifle. This thing weighs less, it shoots faster, it is top tier. All you got to do is get 3 stars with him. This stuff is pretty easy. There's some missions you can do, and just kind of make sure you unlock it as best as possible. And then if you go up to 4 stars, you're capable of getting a grenade launcher with that. So do that, and then you're good to go. And I wanted to talk about some melee weapons. You'll be surprised. This young lady right here in the villa, she has some top tier melee weapons, and there's multiple versions. Okay, there's the electric custom rod, there's the high voltage one, and then there's the customized one that I would love for you guys to also enjoy. Then of course you can use this artist that has top tier stuff in the game as well, and you're capable of enjoying and rocking out with all of these items. It's been a fun ride playing this game and getting deeper into it, and I hope you guys are capable of getting these items and having fun with it. I can talk about one item specifically that is top tier. All of this stuff can be done in the very first hours of the game, and then you can have a good time going forward from there and enjoying the run as you go forward. The last thing I want to kind of talk about in these early starts is just play the game. You know, the story's great. You can come back if you want and end up exploring and doing some of the missions I talked about later. If you're already deep into it, it's okay. Either way, it's great stuff. I do have a settings video that helps with making the game feel smoother for combat, for gameplay, all of the different elements that's on the channel as well. And we'll be covering this as much as I can, kind of sharing some things that I learned. And I would challenge anybody to share what you've learned. There might be more secrets in this very beginning area that I've missed out on from showcasing right now, but feel free to express and showcase that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead and watch that next one that's popping up. Leave a like and comment. Appreciate y'all. Peace.